What's up, everybody? Man, it's your boy, Mr. Dugai, coming at y'all with another video, man. And tonight I'm going to preview and predict Sunday's NFC divisional round game. You have the Green Bay Packers hosting the Seattle Seahawks, yo. Before I get into this video, man, for everyone, if you want to give me a follow on Instagram or send me a friend request on Facebook, I'm gonna have my Instagram and my Facebook information down in the description box. Come give me a follow on the gram. Come send me a request on the book. Come holler at your boy, yo. Here we go, man. Shout out. Well, first off, man, I just want to tell the Seattle Seahawks. I'm kind of beefing with y'all because I feel like my Philadelphia Eagles should be in this game, but it's all right, whatever. We'll take our higher draft pick. It's all good. Y'all go have fun in Green Bay. Nah, but in all seriousness, man, looking at the Seattle Seahawks, man, they coming in led by quarterback, man, Russell Wilson, who, is absolutely amazing, man. A Super Bowl champion, a guy who's won a lot in this league. He's known for extending plays and making, one of the best deep ball throwers in the league, man. Just an all-around great quarterback, man. A type of guy and a type of player, everyone would love to have lead in their franchise. They're a little banged up on the offensive line, man. Missing Dwayne Brown. I don't know if he's gonna play this game or not, but I'm assuming he won't play. They're gonna have some guys missing on the O-line, man. Running backs, man. Marshawn Lynch, man, I must say, it's looked like in his second game last week, looked like he's becoming, a little more equipped to being out there. Taking a good bit of the load. Homer, a guy that's come in and has played well for them, with all the injuries that they've sustained to their backfield. And their receiving core, man, is led, by rookie DK Metcalf, who I am still extremely frustrated that the Philadelphia Eagles felt like JJ Arcega-Whiteside was worth a higher pick than DK Metcalf. I ain't even gonna get started on that, man. But the young man, he looks like he's a potential star in this league. Big, strong, fast, physical, got leaping ability. Just a big time player, man. Defensively, they led on the D line by the cheap shot. I mean, my bad. I'm sorry. I get over it, Courtney. They led by defensive end Jadeveon Clowney. Despite the fact that he hit Wentz late, he is a great player, man. Big time player coming around the edge, man. Is definitely a guy, people got to be wary of. Linebacker Bobby Wagner, man, who's been one of the best in the league, man, for years, yo. I mean, for a long, long time, man. Just a very, very great middle linebacker, man. Prototypical middle linebacker, yo. And they got some young guys in the secondary, but they guys like Flowers who have played well down the stretch, man. And of course, led by their head coach Pete Carroll, who I think is one of the the great coaches in all of football, man. Now looking at the Green Bay Packers, man, obviously they coming in off of their bye week. Um, you know, uh, led by that bad man, like Stephen A. called him, that bad man, Aaron Rodgers, man, who, had a very good year. Not a, great year as far as his standards, but a very, very good year, man. Throwing the football, he's still capable of scrambling for a first down and hurting you that way, if you turn your back on him, man. They have a running game this year, man, something that they've been lacking for years, man. Aaron Jones, who, I'm a little surprised he didn't make the Pro Bowl, man, but Aaron Jones is a big-time running back, man. He could run the ball. He could catch the ball. I think he was tied with Christian McCaffrey for the most touchdowns in the NFL. He's a big-time player, man. Wide receiver core, man, led by one of the best in the league in Devontae Adams. He didn't have a great year this year, but he started coming on strong towards the end, man. And, and usually he plays his best football in the playoffs in recent years, man. So they got him with a bunch of other young receivers and Lazard and Valdez Scantling and Allison and all those guys, and a big physical frame tight end and Jimmy Graham. On their D line, they led by the Smith brothers, man. Preston Smith and Zadarius Smith, man. Those guys have been pretty good and pretty consistent all year long for the Green Bay Packers, man. Their linebacker core, man, led by tackling machine Blake Martinez, man. A guy who is just everywhere all over the field making tackles. And they got some young guys with the exception of the veteran Tremont Williams, is it Williams? I think his name, number 38. He been around for a while, man. But they got some young guys, man, in Jair Alexander, Kevin King, and those guys, and also that safety Amos back there. Solid secondary, man. Real young, solid secondary. Now looking at whenever the Seahawks have the ball, man, the Seahawks offensive line against the Packers front, it could be a long day for Seattle, man. Zadarius Smith and Preston Smith could really get after the quarterback, man. The Seattle Seahawks, man, with a guy like Dwayne Brown out of the lineup, they could probably struggle in pass protection, man. And when you look at the Seahawks throwing the ball against Russell Wilson throwing the ball against, Green Bay's secondary, DK Metcalf, man, is looking like he's starting to become, a big-time wide receiver and somebody Russell Wilson can lean on. Green Bay has some solid young corners, but, they're susceptible to getting beat. And DK Metcalf, as long as Russell Wilson have time, could make some plays downfield, man. The guy, he's looking like a mini Julio Jones out there, man. And when you look at the other side of the ball, man, when the Green Bay Packers offensive line against the Seattle Seahawks front seven. It's an interesting matchup, man. Green Bay got good tackles. David Bakhtiari is, still one of the better tackles in all of football. Going up against a guy like Jadeveon Clowney. That's a very interesting matchup, man. I could see both sides, winning battles here and there, but that's a very, very, to me, even matchup right there. Also with Aaron Jones running the football, man, Seattle has kind of struggled a little bit against the run, man. So, we're going to see if Aaron Jones could go out there and, have a big day. As far as Aaron Rodgers going up against the Seattle Seahawks secondary, those guys are young back there, man. Devontae Adams is looking like he's coming into his own. The other guys that played well, Lazard, Allison, and, Valdez Scanlon and all those guys, they've done well. Haven't been consistent all the time, but, they've played well, especially playing at home at Lambeau Field, yo. Which leads to my prediction, man. I think this is a great matchup. When you got two Super Bowl winning quarterbacks, man, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson. I know that both of those guys are extremely, extremely hungry to get back to a Super Bowl, man. Aaron Rodgers has been since the 2010-2011 season. Russell Wilson, well, he's lost one, but I'm sure he still thinks about that Super Bowl for 2014, 2015, when they threw that ball on the 1 yard line and it got intercepted. So, that guy is chomping at the bits to try to make another run at a Super Bowl, man. Like I said, I think this is a great matchup, man. I could see Seattle, man. I could see DK Metcalf having a huge day, man. I think that guy is a physical specimen. I'm not trying to tell you, I am so disappointed that my Eagles didn't draft this guy, man. He's big time. He looks like he could be a Julio Jones type of player, man. The guy is amazing. I think he could have a really big day, man. And when you look at the other side of the ball, I think Aaron Jones could have a really big day, running the ball and catching it against that Seattle defense. I think this is going to be back and forth, man. Back and forth, very entertaining. And when I say back and forth, I don't think it's going to be really high scoring, but I think, back and forth as far as momentum swings. I got the score being a little lower than most people may think. I'm going to go with the Green Bay Packers, man, I got Mason Crosby kicking a field goal at the end, man, to win this game. I got the Green Bay Packers beating the Seattle Seahawks 23-21, yo. I think it'll be 21-20. I think Rodgers will lead Green Bay down the field in field goal range. Down trailing by one with like 2 or 3 seconds left. I think Mason Crosby will kick a game-winning field goal to send the Green Bay Packers to the NFC Championship game. Like I said, I got the Green Bay Packers beating the Seattle Seahawks 23-21 in what I think will be a very good football game, yo. But with that being said, man, that's all I got for y'all tonight. Appreciate y'all checking out the video. Go on, hit the like button for your boy and give me a subscribe, man. I'm going to have Philadelphia Eagles and NFL content throughout the year. Also, it is coming Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Pacific. I'm going to do a live Q&A. Y'all can come on there, ask me anything, tell me anything. I'll answer your questions, respond to your comments, and give you a shout out on the live, yo. Y'all should join me in some good stuff. Until then, man, y'all have a blessed one. Fly, Eagles, fly.